Welcome to another session of Grade 9 Mathematics, Chapter 6, Lines and Angles. Dear students, in this second part of the chapter, we shall discuss in detail the solutions for NCERT exercise 6.1, question number 1, 2, and question number 3. Now, let us look into the first question of exercise 6.1, which says that in figure, lines AB and CD intersect at O if angle AOC plus angle BOE is equal to 70 degree and angle BOD is equal to 40 degree. Find reflex angle COE and angle BOE. Let's get to the solution.
Dear students, so as given in the question, as mentioned in the question, we have a few given data. And the given data is that angle AOC plus angle BOE is equal to 70 degree. That is one of the given data. Okay. Now let us actually look into the figure and find what they have actually given. Angle AOC. So as per the figure, this is AOC. So this angle plus angle BOE. Where is BOE? BOE. This angle. Okay. So sum of these two angles are given as 70 degree. Fine. What else is given? That angle BOD is equal to 40 degree. Where is our angle BOD in the figure? Here it is. BOD. So this angle is individually 40 degree. Now, what are we supposed to find? We have been asked to find what is angle BOE, okay, and reflex angle COE, okay. Now, how shall we proceed by? Yeah, the different properties of lines and different types of angles, yeah, which we have discussed in the previous session, is going to be very useful over here. Now, to begin with, if you could realize AB is a straight line and the straight line will have a total sum of 180 degree. That's what you call a straight angle. So, can I say that the sum of angle AOC, angle COE, this, and angle BOE, the total of these three angles should be 180? Yes, let me write that. So I would write for line AB, yes, angle AOC plus angle COE plus angle BOE is equal to 180 degree. Okay. Now, what is angle AOC? It's not individually given, but what is given is AOC plus BOE. They together make 70 degree. So we have AOC plus BOE. They together make how much? 70 degree. So I'll write 70 plus what is left out? Angle COE is equal to 180 degree. Now, what shall we do next is to find angle COE. I bring 70 onto the other end. So this will become 180 minus 70. So therefore, angle COE will be 110 degree. So what we did as of now is found angle COE. But is that something that is needed to be found? See, we have found what is angle COE and it is 110 degrees. So I'll mention that over here. Now, we have been asked to find reflex of angle COE. Now, reflex angles, yeah, they make up a sum of 360 degree. So if angle COE is 110 degree, the reflex of angle COE can be found by subtracting COE from 360. So 360 minus 110. So that will give you the measure of reflex angle COE. So when you subtract 360 minus 110, you will get 250 degree. So I have found what is reflex angle COE. Now what is left to be found? Angle BOE. Where is our angle BOE? Here it is, BOE. We have been expected to find this. Now, if you could see, apart from line AB, there is another line also, and that is line CD. Okay? Now, if you observe the figure, line CD has got again three angles. Which are they? COE, BOE, and BOD. Okay? So this line has been divided into three angles. Angle COE, angle BOE, and angle BOD. So I will write over here, for line CD, yeah, the straight angle would be sum of COE plus BOE plus BOD. Okay, and it would be 180 degree. So COE is given as 110. BOE is something that we have to find, and BOD is already given in the question as 40 degree. So I just mentioned the total to be has to be 180. So if I do 110 plus 40 is 150. So 150 plus angle BOE is equal to 180, and therefore angle BOE will be 180, and when this 150 goes to the other side, it becomes minus 150. So angle BOE will be equal to 30 degree. Okay, so we have found what is reflex angle COE and reflex angle BOE. I hope this explanation was clear enough to you all. Now let's get into question number 2.
Let us get into question number 2 of exercise 6.1, which says that in figure, lines XY and MN intersect at O. If angle POY is equal to 90 degree and A is to B is equal to 2:3 pi C.
So, as given in the question, we have two lines, line XY and line MN. So, please observe this, line XY and line MN, which intersect at point O. Yes, you can see that line XY and MN intersect at point O. Yes, what is the other given data? They say that angle POY, it has been given that angle POY is equal to 90 degree. So where is our angle POY in the figure? Here it is, POY. So this angle, angle POY, which is also mentioned in the question, is equal to 90 degree. What else is given? A is to B is equal to 2:3. Okay, what is A? You could see in the figure, A is the measure of which angle? Angle POM. Okay, A is the measure, yes, is the unknown value. So it has been represented by the alphabet A. So A is the measure of which angle? Angle POM. Okay, and B is the measure of angle XOM. Only this much, XOM. So it has been given that A is to B is equal to 2:3. So from this, may I write that A is equal to 2x and B is equal to 3x. Because since it isn't given the ratio, I have mentioned, since it is A is to B, is equal to 2 is to 3, A is equal to 2x and B is equal to 3x. What have been asked to find angle C. Now, a general approach that we shall follow in all the sums that have been given in the exercise is we'll be using the given data. So let me use the given data. What is the given data? That this is 90 degree, this is 2x and this is 3x. Now if you could observe, these three angles are part of one line. And what is that one line? Line XY. So I would write for line XY, which are the involved angles? Angle MOX, or you can say XOM, whichever way, plus angle MOP plus angle POY. So all these three angles, they would sum up to be 180 degree because they are part of a straight line. Okay, if you could see, the entire line should make up 180 degrees. So what is XOM as per the given data? It is B. What is MOP in the given figure? It is A. And what is angle POY? That is equal to 90 degree. Okay, so is equal to 180. Now, what is B for us? It is equal to 3x. So 3x plus, what is A for us? It is 2x plus 90 is equal to 180. So 3x plus 2x will sum up to give us 5x plus 90 is equal to 180. So what I shall do is, I'll bring the like terms together. So that is 5x will remain over here as it is, and 180 is on the right hand side. This plus 90 goes to the other side, it becomes minus 90. So what do we have? 5x is equal to 180 minus 90 happens to be 90. So x is equal to 90, and since 5x is equal to 90, 5 goes to the other side, it comes into division because 5x means 5 into x. So since here it is in multiplication, it goes to the other side and be part of the denominator. So x is equal to 18 because 90 when divided by 5 gives you 18. So what is the value of x? 18. Okay. Now with this value of x, if put in over here, I'll get the exact value of a and b. So if I do that, a is equal to 2x, that is 2 into what is x? 18. Okay, therefore a is equal to 36 degree. Likewise, b is equal to 3x. So 3 into 18, therefore 3 into 18 is 54. Okay, now I've already found that a is 36, b is 54. So this is all what I could do with this given data, right? Now coming to the question, what are we supposed to find? We are supposed to find angle, the value of measure angle XON, that is angle C. Now if you could observe the figure, B and C are part of the line MN. If you could see, they are part of this side of line MN. Angle B and angle C together makes a straight angle for line MN. So for line MN, angle XOM plus angle XON will be equal to 180 degree. Now XOM is equal to what? We have already found it is equal to 54 degree plus XON, and XON is equal to what? It's something that we have to find, but over here it has to be taken as C. Okay, so 54 plus C is equal to 180 degree. Hence C would be equal to 180 minus 54. So when you actually subtract 180 minus 54, what do we get? Yes, the answer would be 126 degree. So this is the final answer. Now if you could observe, I was not worried about how would I get the answer for the angle C or angle XON. All what I did is I used the given data. If a data is given, that means it has to be used in some way. So I just used that, got to a step, and then realized that I could now find what has been asked, that is angle C. So this was solution to question number 2.
Now, let us get to the third question of exercise 6.1, which says that in figure, angle PQR is equal to angle PRQ. Then prove that angle PQS is equal to angle PRT. Let us find the solution to this question.
Dear students, in question number 3, we have been given figure which has triangle PQR and the side PQR extended on either side. So we have point S over here and point T over here. Now, as I mentioned in the first session, geometry is all about how good you are observing the figures. The better you are at, yes, the easier will be for you to solve any given question related to geometry. Now, as we did with the first two sums, we shall write what's the given data. Now, if you could see in the question, the given data is angle PQR is equal to angle PRQ. Okay, this is one of the given data. So if you could get into the figure, where is angle PQR? PQR. So it is this angle, right? And where is angle PRQ? Which is equal to angle PRQ, right? That's what been given. So PRQ, it's here. It is also mentioned in the figure that they are equal. Yes. So even if it was not written in the question, you should have make out from the figure itself, because here it is given by a single arc for angle Q and a single arc for angle R. It clearly mentions that these two angles are equal, which is also given in the question in the written form. Now, this is a given data. What are we supposed to prove? Now, if you get into the question, we have been asked to prove that angle PQS is equal to angle PRT. Okay? Angle PQS. Where is angle PQS? PQS. Okay. Here we have. This angle is equal to angle PRT. Where is angle PRT? PRT. This angle. Okay. So we have to bring in picture these two angles and they should be equal to one another. Now, if you could observe with all the discussion that we had, yes, we realize that 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 angles have to be brought into play in this particular question. Now, how would I start by is realizing that these two angles should form a linear pair, and linear pair of angles are always 180 degree. Okay, these two angles can form, you can call it adjacent pair of angles or you can call it linear pair of angles. So the total of these two angles should be how much? It should be equal to 180 degree. So may I write that? So I would write angle PQS, that is angle PQS, that is this outside angle, plus angle PQR, both to be equal to 180 degree. Yes, what's the reason? You may write that they are linear pair of angles. It is very essential for you to mention the reason, otherwise In the examination, if you don't write the reason, it may lead to reduction in your total marks. So please ensure that you write the reason why is these two angles equal to 180 degree. Fine. So this is our first observation. Okay. Now if we get into the other side of the triangle, these two angles also form a linear pair. Hence, their sum should also be equal to 180 degree. So I'll write that angle PRT. Yeah, this is it. PRT. So this angle plus this one. So that is, the next one is PRQ is equal to 180 degree. And what's the reason? The reason is the same. They form linear pair of angles. Okay, this is our second observation. Now, from the first and the second observations that we made, we got that the sum of these two angles is equal to 180 degree and the sum of PRT and PRQ is also 180 degree. So can I now refer and say that from 1 and 2, yes, since both of them are equal to 180 degree, these two are equal to one another. So from 1 and 2, what do we get? Since the sum of these two angles as well as the sum of these two angles both are equal to 180 degree, they will be equal to one another. So angle PQS plus angle PQR is equal to angle PRT plus angle PRQ. So all that I've done is LHS of this particular observation is equal to the LHS of this particular observation, because both of them are equal to 180 degree. So then they will be equal to one another. So this is what we get as of now. But then remember, there is a given data. And what's the given data? That PQR is equal to PRQ. Okay. So do we have these things in the step, the last step? Yes, I have a PQR on the LHS, which is equal to PRQ, which is on the RHS. So what I will do is PQS plus PQR, it's written as it is. Over here, PRT plus, instead of PRQ, I will write PQR because they are equal to one another. So if I write PQR over here, what would happen in the next step is, since they are the same, they are equal and they are on the either side, they get cancelled out. Yes? So what are we left with? We are left with angle PQS on the LHS is equal to angle PRT. Yes? And if you could realize, this is something that we have been asked to prove. So again, you could observe, it was all about observing the given figure and utilizing the knowledge that you have gained in the first session. So this was solution to question number 3.